Well, ask us a question and we'll start.
Okay, so talk about when you were in Missouri and you would come up here and visit your mom and you started to come to the church. Why'd you pick us?
Well, actually, because you started early,
Okay.
that was one of the reasons. But then we started enjoying it stuff, and we'd always come and get popcorn.
But they were the church was like um, our church down in Missouri when we first started going there too.
Friendly.
Friendly, and people welcomed us all the time whenever we came, and it was just it felt like home.
Mhm.
It felt like a place that I would like to come all the time. We've been
They want to know why I became a Presbyterian. Well, I'll tell you, back when my daughters were very small, they went to a little Lutheran church up by Timber Lake for Sunday school. And the church we were going to would not accept their cards for perfect attendance. And so my oldest daughter says to me, we don't want to go back to that church. And so a couple weeks later, we started going to the Presbyterian, and we've been going there ever since. And I think I wouldn't go to anything else. I thank the church for everything they do for us.
I don't know. He would ask on Sundays or Saturday night, what church do you want to go to on Sunday before we would go back to Missouri? And I always would say, I want to go to the Presbyterian church. And
So that's why we're here.
Cool.
I think I came to church first when I moved to town because I was invited by someone, like a lot of people, to come. And I just moved to Fulton. And after being in church for a few weeks or even maybe a few months, I realized that I needed to be there, that I needed other Christians around me. I needed to hear the word. I needed to take time to separate myself from the hectic pace of your life and just step back and re-examine things. So the Presbyterian Church has done that for me. I'm grateful for the members, the people that I've gotten to know and become close to. Like I said, seeing them not just in church on Sunday, but other days of the week has been helpful in my walk because it's not something you do alone, and having people alongside you makes it more meaningful, and just the gratitude I have for what God's done for me in my life and brought me to this point where I have children now that are following the Lord, and I'm so thankful for that. That just the example of my wife and I committing to the church for our lives has taken hold of them as well. So, and also,
when we got married and moved to Fulton, Ron's minister said, find some place close to where you live, even if it isn't the church that he was a minister of, that denomination. And because you'll be more involved. And so shortly after we came to Fulton, two of the teachers at Fulton High School who attended this church invited us to come, and that was Paula Kent and Harold Vance. And that's what brought us to the church, and we've been here since we started attending in 1974. So that's how we got to the church.
Several years ago, Joyce and I attended this church for the first time to celebrate the baptism of a friend's child. And they were serving refreshments afterwards. A friend of mine was in charge that day, and they were short of help in the kitchen. And they asked me to come in the kitchen and help them serve, which I did. And I've been here ever since.
Well, why did we come here? Because we have friends here, and this group feels like home.
And we used to come to Presbyterian Church a long time ago, so we're back.
I will.
Well, Diana and I were married in the First Presbyterian Church in Clinton. We were members there for 48 years, and over the years, the church just kept declining and declining. She was in the choir, and when there was no choir left at all, we decided it was time to look for a different church. And we decided to come and see what Fulton Presbyterian was offering. And when we came in, people were very gracious and happy to see us, and when the service started, they had put it up on the screen that her cousin's wife has a charity named after her, and it everything just seemed to come together, and we were very, very pleased that we came here, and I'm just happy to be here. Yeah, thank you.
So I want to take the opportunity to thank the congregation for everything they've done for me in the past year, prayers and cards.
For probably the first 25 years that we attended, this church family was my strongest connection to the community, because I worked down in the Quad Cities, and I'd disappear in the morning, I'd get home late at night, and it was the part of the community that I really knew and participated in. And it continues to be that, even though in retirement I've had time to get more involved in other aspects of the community as well. But the support and the caring, the compassion, the willingness to serve, I think just contributes a lot to what this church means to me.
And also, I'm very thankful that I was able to get to know a lot of the kids through my involvement in youth group, and be a part of them being pointed toward Christ, and helping them to see that there's a good reason for following Jesus, that he's never fails, and that they can count on someone. And even though sometimes they go through turbulent times, they can know that there is someone that they can lean on and give them hope no matter what the situation.
I also think the Christmas pageant when the shepherds fell down in the field was a stitch.
Suddenly see an angel.
I will tell you a funny memory though. Oh my goodness. I won't talk about how many years ago it was, but
40-some.
yeah. I was in school directing a concert, and half of me fell off the stage and half of me stayed on the stage. Well, that wasn't embarrassing enough. Came to choir practice the next week, and one of our members, Warren Bugema, had a rope tied to a stand on the stage at church, the old building, and told me to put it around my waist so I wouldn't fall off at our church. So I did not do that though, but that was a good one. That was a good one.
That's good.
Funniest things, when Stan Baumgarten was the minister, and that was kind of in the earlier days of cell phones, and a cell phone went off in church. And pretty much without missing a beat, Stan Baumgarten said, "I hope that phone call was from God."
We love how friendly everybody is here.
Been to different places and it's not
Yes,
been the
it's-
same.
It's not the same. Everybody here is like a family.
Well, I am very pleased to be a part of the Presbyterian Church. I feel like, especially in the last few years, that we've really reached out to the community and to the world. We took a group that not only included our church, but included some other churches from the community, and we went to Haiti, which really, that's kind of changed my life in a way that I just have such stronger feelings for people that don't have anything. You know, we are maybe quick to complain about, you know, the weather and aches and pains, and after being to Haiti, they're just lucky if they have a place to, you know, to live and to try and stay healthy. But each day that God gives us is a gift, and we need to use that gift every day to the best of our advantage.
And lastly, I'd say just time with missions. I've taken the leap as far as going places and serving in different capacities in places that need help. That's been a big gift for me to be able to do that. Especially our mission trips to Haiti. It's been something that has made me appreciate the blessings we have, and but also made me more aware that God is God everywhere, and He takes care of people, and He may do things in different ways, in different places, but He's the same God, and the people there, no matter, regardless of their circumstances, the depth of their faith is just as much as ours. So came to accept that and be thankful for that, and also just be thankful for going on someplace where you really do have to let God be in charge, kind of let go and realize we're not in control of what happens to us. And being on a mission trip in a foreign country definitely helps speed up that process of realizing that you are not in control, because things happen that sometimes are uncomfortable and sometimes even a little scary, but in the end, it's been a good lesson for I think all of us who've gone on our trips to Mission Starfish Haiti. That's a wrap.